Welcome everyone. Have you ever noticed yourself why stubbing your toes can feel like the worst thing ever happened with you? It's not just a simple ouch and done. It's a complex interaction of neurons, which is the brain cells, chemicals and emotion. These have a crucial role when we feel pain. In today's video, we are diving into the pain neuroscience where our brain and body are continuously working behind the scene to shape how we experience pain, and we'll also talk about how to manage the pain. Let's break down the brain emergency response first. When we encounter something painful, like stepping on a sharp object, our body pain sensors, that is called nociceptors, they become active. These little guys are like the night watchman of our body, always on the lookout for the potential threats. When they detect something dangerous, whether it's heat, pressure, or chemical irritation, they send out an emergency signal to the brain. So these pain signals travel through two types of nerve fiber. A delta fiber, which is transmit sharp, immediate pain, and the C fiber that is responsible for slower, longer lasting pain. This signal stops at the dorsal horn, which is the part of our spinal cord where the body assesses the severity of the pain. From there, the signal is spread out to the various regions, including the somatosensory cortex, which is figure out where the pain is coming from. Next, the insula, which contribute to how unpleasant the pain feels, and the anterior cingulate cortex, which is add some emotional color to the pain experiences. The pain signals also activate areas like the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in decision making and attention. And that is why when we are in pain, it can be hard to concentrate on our work and study. It's like our brain is saying, hey, forget about that work for a moment. We have some emergency here. Our brain do not just receive these pain signal, it's much more proactive than that. Our brain can actually send signal back down to the spinal cord to modify the pain experience. This is called descending modulation, and it's like our brain own personal pain control system. This descending modulation can either increase or decrease the pain we feel. It's influenced by all sort of factors like our mood, our expectation, and even the context we are in. And that's why a sport person might barely notice a pain of minor injury during the playing, but same injury can unbearable for us. Although acute pain isn't bad all the time, it alerts us that something is wrong in our body. But what happens when pain stays longer than it should be? This is the darker side of pain. So chronic pain is like an unwelcome guest that just won't leave. It's a pain that persists long after the initial injury, which has healed already, and that can be a real troublemaker. In case of the chronic pain, the brain and nervous system go through major changes. It's like they are always on high alert even when there is no real danger. The pain always becomes extra sensitive, and that is a process called central sensitization, which play a big role in conditions like chronic back pain. But it's not just the pain pathway that changes. Chronic pain can actually reshape the brain structure and function. It's like the pain is redecorating our brain, and not in a good way. Actually, chronic pain affects the part of the brain which involve in emotion, memory, and decision making. For example, people with the chronic pain often show change in their prefrontal cortex, which is involved in cognitive function. This might explain why many people who are suffering from chronic pain have trouble with memory and concentration. It's not just in their head, there are real physical changes happening in their brain. You know that the emotional center of the brain, like a amygdala, that can also give involved in the pain remodeling. And that's why chronic pain often comes with a side order of anxiety and depression. We all know the pain affect our mood, and our mood affect then amplified the pain. But don't worry, our brain have such a beautiful ability to change, and that is called neuroplasticity. While it can work against in a chronic pain, it also offers hope for the recovery. Just as the brain can learn pain, it can also learn pain relief. And this is where treatment like the cognitive behavioral therapy and the mindfulness comes in. These approaches can help retain the brain function, teaching it reduce the intensity of the pain signal. So there is exciting research in the field of neuromodulation is going on, where scientists are exploring the way to directly influence the brain's pain circuit using technique like a transcranial magnetic stimulation. Now let's talk about some of the key players in the pain signaling. There are several neurotransmitters are present in our brain and the spinal cord, which are the brain chemical messengers. They have a very crucial role. For example, the glutamate and the substance P, those are responsible for transmitting the pain signals. On the other hand, chemicals like the endorphin and enkephalins act as a natural painkiller, helping to calm the brain response to the pain. Interestingly, these same neurotransmitters are often involved in mood regulation. This is part of why pain and emotion are so closely linked. One of the most fascinating aspects of pain is how subjective it is. Two people can experience the same injury but feel very different level of pain. This is because pain is not just about the physical sensation, it's a color by our thoughts, emotion and past experiences. This subjectivity is reflected in how the brain processes pain. Now let's talk about how pain has emotional connection. So I have one question. Have you ever noticed how an injury can hurt more when you are looking at it? That's because visual input can amplify the pain signal. On the flip side, distraction can be powerful pain reliever. That's why parents often try to distract their kids when they get a vaccine shot. By the engaging other part of the brain, you can turn down the intensity of pain signals. The pain can get more complex when we consider chronic pain. In these cases, the pain persists long after the initial injury that has already healed. In chronic pain, the brain undergoes some serious remodeling, and the area those involved in the pain processing can actually get larger and more active. But it's not just the pain area that change their shape. Chronic pain can affect brain region which involve in emotion, decision making, and this helps explain why chronic pain often comes with the side of order of depression, anxiety and cognitive fog. One of the most fascinating aspects of pain neuroscience is that is role of expectation. Your brain is constantly making prediction about the world, including prediction about pain. If we expect something to hurt, it's more likely to hurt. And this is why the placebo effect can be so powerful in the pain relief. But expectation doesn't just affect how much pain you feel, it can actually change the way your brain processes pain. A study has shown that when people expect pain to be reduced, even if it's just sugar pills, they think this is a medicine, their brain activates pain relief circuit. This doesn't mean pain is all in your head though. The pain you feel is very real, even if the influenced by psychological factor. It's more accurate to say that pain is a complex experience produced by sophisticated interplay between our body and our brain. Now let's talk about some of the way we can use this knowledge to manage pain better. Actually, pain is an experience shaped by our thought, emotion and expectation. So pain management knowledge can open up new avenue of treatment. For example, mindfulness meditation that has been shown to effective in the managing chronic pain. By training people to observe their pain without judgment, it can help reduce the emotional distress associated with pain. Next is exercise. So exercise is another powerful tool in the pain management. When neuroscience help explain why. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, those feel good chemicals that act as a natural painkiller. But exercise does more than just flood your system with the pain relieving chemical. It can also help retrain pain circuit in the brain and spinal cord, making them less sensitive over time. And next is sleep, which is also crucial in pain management. The relationship between sleep and pain is two-way street. Pain can make it harder to sleep, and poor sleep make it worse pain. This is because during sleep the brain performs essential maintenance work including regulating pain pathway and circuits. Our next, social connection, which is also very crucial, that can also play a role in pain experiences. Feeling of the social rejection can activate some of the same brain areas as a physical pain. On the flip side, positive social interaction can help reduce pain. And the next is genetic factor, which we don't have a control over it, that also play a crucial role. Some people are born with a pain system that more or less sensitive, but the life experiences can also shape pain sensitivity. For example, early life stress can lead to change in the developing brain that make a person more susceptible to chronic pain later in life. So understanding this individual difference could lead to more personalized pain treatments. Instead of the one size fits all approach, we might be able to tailor pain management strategy to each person's unique brain and life history. So my friend, the next time you stub your toes, remember there is a multiple activity happening in your brain. A complex work of neurons and chemicals are working together to create your unique experience of pain. So thank you for the watching and see you in the next video.